Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO The Hobbit. Let us continue the story. Last level was super short, so I wouldn't be surprised if this level is about average. The level before last level was super long.
I'd say that you had no place amongst us. I've never been so wrong in all my life.
Is that what I think it is?
Erebor.
I do believe the worst is behind us.
Really? For a second there, I thought it was gonna go to credits. Try to give us credits for the 3 sections. 12 months earlier, really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand this at all.
Mind if I join you? This is no chance meeting, is it, Gandalf? No, it is not. The lonely mountain troubles me, Thorin. That dragon has sat there long enough. Sooner or later, darker minds will turn towards Erebor. Take back your homeland. Unite the armies of the Dwarves.
The Arkenstone. It is the only thing that will unite them.
What if I were to help you reclaim it?
The Arkenstone lies half a world away, buried beneath the feet of a fire-breathing dragon.
Which is why we're going to need a burglar.
Okay, so it was just a slight flashback there, even though this whole game has been a flashback, so that was literally a flashback in a flashback.
Too close.
Okay, that is good. It would have seemed incredibly strange. What are these, like, fast travel sections? I would assume as much, because it certainly doesn't seem like there's a way up here. Unless you can climb up that. Ah, yeah, you can. So where are we? We're kind of further away from this point, because we were right here to begin with. So maybe we have to take the long way all the way up here. Maybe that's their trick to make this game a little bit longer, but at least we know they're not going to dare go back 12 months, at least so far, and make us play through story that doesn't really matter. You can now use eagles to quickly return to areas you've been to. Okay. Press B next to an eagle station to bring up the map. You can also press back anywhere in Middle Earth. Okay. Yeah, that seems like it said the same thing 3 times there. So where are the eagles? Looks like there might be one there. Looks like there's probably a decent collection of eagles, so we could fast travel that way if necessary, which we will in free play mode. Probably not very much in story mode. Let's just move on to the next section. There's a guy that I assume has a quest, but he's not going to give it to me. Fine. Maybe he only has a quest during nighttime. Here is a mithril challenge. We were walking right through here. I mean, we'd have to sit here and hit this guy, and then we'd have 30 seconds to hit the rest of them. 8 more in 30 seconds. With these short legs, I kind of wonder. I think I need a character that has faster speed than this. I really do. Look at this. Maybe an arrow. Maybe the arrow guy would be able to do it.
Continuing their journey, an ill feeling befell the
Well,
company.
that
they
was
were being
weird.
watched, and this time not by Azog and his army of warg riders. Seeking shelter for the night, Gandalf led the company to a nearby location he deemed safe. However, the residents of this place was far from accommodating.
Mod Oakenshield.
Tugos tulim shanus de.
Rakgol binakar nuan. Nash.
Bears? How can it be that safe when the guy's right there?
Not yet. There is something else out there.
There is a house not far from here where we might take refuge.
Whose house?
Are they friend or foe? Neither. He will help us, or he will kill us.
What choice do we have?
None.
Weird. It's not a very good choice. I guess it's better than getting eaten by bears. Interesting looking design on the bears too. Again, the controls on this seems really off. They're trying to make it feel super fast, but I feel like I'm on a railroad track. They can move left or right, and that's about it. Very tight, I guess. The controls aren't very tight. Yeah, that's what I mean to say. It's like sliding on ice. I think this is probably going a little too long here. We had a rather short level last time that was started with a race like this. This feels a little bit better. Sliding on the ground somehow feels better than sliding while running. So it's like a beekeeper. We're halfway through our Master Thief bar already. Been playing for 9 minutes. The bee took the key. Okay. So they've got the majority of this very large group holding the door closed, so we can only have to concern ourselves with playing as 4 different characters. Honestly, I don't even like it in writing. I don't see any medium form or fashion in which it's a good idea to have a group of seeming like 10 or 12 people in most of the scenes working together. You usually need to focus down to, I would say a story should have at most 5 characters in a single scene, and that's still probably a little too much usually. and probably no more than 10 characters in the entire story. It's trying to have an epicness by just adding to the numbers, which was one thing I certainly noticed in the Lego Lord of the Rings too, is like every number was just a bigger number. The story is more epic because there's 10,000 army men here instead of the 5,000 that were before. This happened 5,000 years ago because it's more impactful than if it just happened 5 days ago. The elves are 400 years old because we want them to be 400 years old instead of being 40 years old. It's just like playing with numbers, almost to the point where I kind of wonder if he was possibly encoding some kind of numerology or something into it. Something along that line. But I imagine the truth is J.R. Tolkien probably didn't have a lot to compare himself to as far as fantasy. Probably hadn't read as many books as you might have been able to these days. Even by today's standards though, a lot of books that are claimed to be some of the best are pretty bad. The bee is now blue. For a second there he was blue at least. I assume somebody needs to hit A and pull this down. I'm a little surprised they haven't required 3 people to jump on top of that and do it that way. This looks like you're gonna build a red brick, but I seriously doubt it. A red extras brick. No, it's actually this guy's special ability. We have to feed him a ridiculous amount of food to get him fat. Just jump on him. I figured they needed, I assume they needed that character to do more. Since he is just this weird chef, we needed a chef with us. And see, if I was J.R. Tolkien's editor, I'd say, well, the chef character doesn't need to be a separate character. How about instead, let's just give one of the other characters the surprising trait of the ability to cook, and then we can accomplish what you want to accomplish with one less person. For example, it would be rather surprising if the hard leader, who is kind of mean, in the first night proved to be the excellent cook, and he was making the meal for his entire group. It would also be surprising if Frodo here, I mean Bilbo, was a good chef, and at the beginning of the journey everybody was questioning whether he'd be useful or not, and he would at least be able to make himself useful by cooking. It'd also be surprising if Gandalf was the cook. So that's like 3 examples right there of characters that could easily, in my mind at least, not knowing the story, could have replaced this one guy. And for the other characters, they really haven't had any characterization at all except for the main leader of the group, so you could have merged half of them into other characters with the same abilities, same weapons.
Come on, get inside!
You could almost certainly get this down to Gandalf, Frodo,
What is that?
the leader,
That is our host.
and maybe one other dwarf guy.
Name is Beorn. He's a skin
So
changer.
that would be 4.
He's leaving.
Get some sleep, all of you. You'll be safe here tonight.
It's kind of true in LEGO Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings 2 is that Sam was the companion of Frodo for not a great reason. You could have given all the abilities that Sam had to Frodo. Frodo would have been a much better character. Well, 15 minutes. Another super short level. Another super short level. I wonder if we're even gonna get over 1 million studs by the time we're done with the story mode. We've gotten Master Thief in a couple of them and it's still not really helping us. How many mini kits did we get? I don't remember. 2? Okay. Middle-earth events unlocked. When you name something Middle-earth, man, you could certainly have added to that. That's strange that there's one event that unlocked way far to the left. But if you're gonna call something Middle-earth, why not have a Northern Earth, Southern Earth, Eastern Earth, Western Earth type thing too? That would give you the opportunity to write 5 books right there, if not 5 trilogies. It would be interesting if the Tolkien estate allowed people to try to do that, and I bet there are some fan stories you could do to try and connect it all. It kind of feels like maybe that's what Game of Thrones started off with, but it has certainly a very adult twist, Game of Thrones does, so no kids should be watching or playing any games about that. Anywho, at 17 minutes, we're done with this recording, so as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.